Hi everybody, it's Wanda. I'm gonna try the camera out this way and see if it works better, okay? I think you could see everything that I'm doing there. Okay, great. Hi everybody, it's Wanda. I hope everybody's having a super fantastic, blessed day today. I know that I am. Thank you, Jesus. And today I'm gonna be making a few dishes, which one is already done, and it's the white rice. I have here white rice in a pot, and that's already done. I did that first. So what I want to do is I want to season these little pieces of chicken little wings, just the little drumsticks. I'm going to season this for me because I'm not too fond of this steak. So I'll give this to my family. They can have the steak. I prefer chuck steak. I like chuck steak better. But anyway, let me show you. I'm going to season this first, like I said, because I'm going to just throw them into the air fryer, and I'm just gonna cook them there. So I'm just gonna throw some seasonings on top, and I have some fresh garlic that I just grated. I have a big bag of garlic here. I'm just gonna use that. Let me get a spoon. I took the spoon. All right, so I'm gonna do this so that way I don't have to pay no attention to it. I'm gonna put a little garlic on this, and then I'm gonna smush it around. Okay, that's enough garlic for now. And let me get a little bit of salt. Okay, I'll put a little adobo, just a little adobo, and a little bit of pepper. I think that's good for me. Now I'm just gonna put a little olive oil on them, like so. And then I'm just gonna give them a little twist. My hands are clean and wash them before cooking. And this is my food, not yours, so I can touch it all I want to. No, I'm gonna get you. This is my, just mix them up really good. Okay. After you got all that garlic and everything incorporated, I'm just gonna take it over to my air fryer, and I'm just gonna fry them in the air fryer. See, they look really nice there. And now I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna turn on my air fryer. Plug it in. I forgot all about it. Let me plug in my air fryer so I can put the wings in there. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab my wings that they're all nice and marinated, and I'm gonna put it in my air fryer. All right, so now that that's in my air fryer, I'm gonna start turning on both the stoves because I'm gonna start the beans and the meat. Let's see, I'm all ready. I'm all ready with my little thingamajig, you know. Let's see, oh, see. I think it gets scared when it sees it now. It's like, oh, she's coming for us. That's right. Okay, so let me start the beans on this side, and then I'll push it back. Okay, to the beans, I'm gonna add this little tiny bit of peppers, and I also have some onions here that I cut up into small pieces. I'm gonna throw the onions in there, like that. All right, so I have my onions in there. I'm gonna throw some sazon in there. Excuse me, I'm gonna throw a little bit of salt. I'm gonna throw a little bit of olive oil in there. This is for my beans, and I'm gonna throw a little bit of pepper. Now, let me tell you, I need one more thing. I think I put too much pepper in this. I hope I didn't. Oh, it doesn't look that much. Let me get a little spoon of this. All right, so I got this. Now, what I wanted to say was this right here is like almost close as you're gonna get to the staple of sofrito, because what I have here is onion, garlic, peppers. Okay, basically that's like 3 out of 6 out of the ingredients that you would use to make sofrito. So if you got yourself some onion, pepper, and garlic, and you cut it up real small, and then you fry it up a little bit, it's called sofrito because it's fried. Sofrito. Frito means to fry something, and that's what you do. You fry sofrito. So you have onion, garlic, pepper, and a whole bunch of other seasonings in here. Okay, I'm gonna wait till this cooks up a little bit, and then I'm gonna add some tomato sauce, and I'm gonna add this little bit of chopped potatoes. I cut the potatoes in really tiny little cubes, or really not that tiny, but little square cubes, just to throw into my beans. I already washed and drained my beans, so I'm just gonna wait until that's done. Okay, so I'm gonna push that. Let me put my rice here. Okay, I'll leave the rice there because it's already cooked. And I'm not gonna move that. I'm gonna start cutting my meat. I have some peppers and onions and garlic that's going into my meat. All right, so I'm not making pepper steak. I'm gonna leave them in pieces like this because I don't want it to be fat. I want it to be like cubed up beef, kind of something like that. So I'm gonna be cutting them like this. Nice thick little pieces like that. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. Just making like chunks. And to this, I'm gonna get my pan. Okay, so I have my pan, I'm gonna put it there. And to my steak, I'm gonna add some onion and garlic, onion and peppers. And I'm gonna add a spoon of the garlic mixture. Now, I'm not gonna need this anymore, so I'm just gonna throw it away. See, this is cooking up. This is what it's supposed to do. It's called sofrito, sofriendo, means to fry. All right, so I just made this, and what I like to do is I like to smash it, and then I like to lay it flat. I stretch it like this, because then when I want a piece, I'll just, snap it right off and then just use it. This has oil and garlic. That's all that's in here. It's just some oil and garlic. Okay, so I like to put that in my freezer. Like I said, whenever I need a piece, all I gotta do is chop it up. So, okay, so this is doing good right here. So, since this is already frying, this one hasn't started frying. I'm gonna add a little oil to speed it up a little. Okay, this is olive oil that I'm adding. Okay, there we go. Now we're cooking. All right, so there we go. I hope the camera does look better this way. And okay, so my sofrito's ready. I'm gonna add my little potatoes to there. All right, I'm gonna get those potatoes cooking up a little bit. I also wanted to add just a few olives, because the olives do make the beans taste really good. So, excuse me. So, I'm gonna add a couple of olives because I know I'm out of the juice. So, we have some olives there. Yeah, so like that, because that really gives a good flavor to it. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit right here. There's really basically nothing left here. So I'm just going to finish this off and buy another jar. Yes, I took one. Alright, so this is cooking good. Just want to cook it up a little. I don't see any olives in here. Can I borrow two from you? Sure. Alright. Okay, now there's olives in there. Alright, so what I'm going to do, what flew over there? Okay, so I think this needs a little tiny bit more oil. Just a little bit more. Okay, that's good. Alright, so this is cooking nicely. It smells really good. So the next thing I want to do is I want to add some tomato sauce. Alright, so let's add some tomato sauce to this. I would say about 4 ounces. I would say about 4 ounces. That's good right there. Alrighty, so I dropped my cover. So, okay, I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper. Again, I did it. Oh no. Oh shoot. That's so annoying when you open up the wrong side. Well, a little spice to the life. I'm going to add a little bit of adobo. Just a little bit of salt. Like about half a teaspoon of salt. And that's it. That's all I'm adding. Oh, I'm adding my sazon because it's right here staring at me. Yes, I'm gonna add the sazon, and I'm gonna use the. I'm gonna be using the tomato sauce because I'm making the steak like in a red sauce. Okay, like a guisao. Guisao means like a stewed. So basically, it's gonna be a stewed meat. Alrighty, I'm gonna lower the flame because this is gonna cook up really good when I put the onion, when I put the meat in there in a few seconds as soon as I get this done. And you see this? This is how easy you make nice Spanish beans. Okay? Those little steps. If you follow those steps, I'm sure your beans will be delicious. So now that my sauce is already bubbling and cooking up, I'm gonna add some sauce into. I need to cut this steak. Lower this down a little. Okay, everything, relax. You're going too fast for me. All right, so let's finish cutting up my steak in pieces because I want to throw it in there before I throw in the the sauce. Okay, so like I said, I'm making nice long fat pieces, not little pieces. I want nice big chunks that it could look like those beef cubes that you buy in the store. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna cut it the long way first. It'll be easier for me. And I'm just gonna cut. And this is already washed and clean, and my hands I cleaned them like 20 times, so that's good too. So, all right, so that's the meat. And again, I'm cutting nice cubes. Not strong, not thin pieces like pepper steak. No, not that. We're gonna leave them nice and big. So now I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna put them right into my frying pan. Okay, and let's give this a little stir. Let me get my pot holder so I can hold it. Oops. Sorry. Put it nice. Okay, so now I can raise the heat up again. Okay, so this sauce is cooked already. It's getting nice and thick, and that's what you're looking for, a nice thick sauce. So you got that going on right here. All my seasonings are put in here really good. So this is good. This is very good. See it boiling? Nice boiling and percolating just fine. All right, so now I'm gonna throw my beans in here, and I'm gonna get only half a can of water because there's no sauce in here at all. All right, so I'm just gonna get some water, let it cook up just for a few seconds in that sauce, and then I'm gonna add half can, only half of the can. So you see this, how nice it's looking? So this I'm gonna cover it and I'm gonna let this simmer for about 20 minutes, okay? And then it should be ready. And my beans, they're already kind of ready. Basically, the only thing that you're looking for in the beans is from, did I drop meat in there? Okay, basically what you're looking for in the beans is just for them to get hot. Everything is cooked already. The sauce is cooked, the onions, the peppers. I'm gonna get half a can of water. Okay, so I got half a can. And I'm just gonna add this to my beans. I don't think I'll add half. Maybe half of a can. Because I don't want them to be too wet. A lot of people put a lot of sauce and broth on them, but I like them thick, so this is half a cup, half a can. But I just want to see the beans disappear into the sauce a little, because you do need to cook the potatoes. They're not cooked yet. All right, so that's it. Doesn't need any more liquid. Everything is going to cook up really nice. And like I said, half a can of water. Just going to throw it in there. All right. So that's what I used, half a can of water. That's going to, you add water when you're adding the sauce and the red beans or a few other beans. But when you're making black beans, you don't add any water to them, to the black beans. I'll make the black beans in another video. But okay, see how this meat already looks good? Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to add some of my tomato sauce to this. There's not much left, so I'm just going to add it all. And a little bit of water to clean this out. Alright. So everything's sizzling the way it's supposed to. I'm going to take my broccoli and I'm going to put them in a little bit of water and I'm going to blanch them in the microwave. Okay, so all this is gone. You can tell me all this. So I'm just going to give this a little mix all around. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover them so they could simmer and cook in that nice broth. And I'm going to do the same to the beans. But like I said, the beans are already ready. Okay, so this is good just like this. Make sure they're all down. All right, so that's it. And look, my beans look really good. So let me get a cover for this and then I'll cover the beans. Okay, I'm gonna cover this and I'm gonna lower the heat. I wanted it to come to a full boil blast for it to be really boiling. Like this is almost coming to a boil. I wanna wait for it to boil. And then when it boils, I'll cover it and then I'll let it cook for a little while. This will only take like maybe 5 to 8 minutes. But this here, it's gonna be at least 20 minutes and high heat. And then it'll be nice and tender. Try to make this steak tender. I forgot what kind of steak this was, but I don't really like it. I like chuck steak. Chuck steak is my favorite, and a few other pieces of beef cuts that I like. All right, so that's good there. And this one too, look at those beans bubbling and boiling. I can smell them, they smell so good. So that's it. There's nothing to do except cover this up and let it cook for 20 minutes. And I'm gonna let this cook for about 8 minutes because like I said, those potatoes, they're not cooked yet. So I say in about 5 more minutes, 5 minutes or so, 5 to 8 minutes, they'll be ready. I'll come back, okay? Hi everybody, I'm back and this is ready. Look at my wings. They came out so cute. Look how nice. All those little wings. These are my little wings. I got a 6-piece of wing here. And I'm going to shut the stove off because this is all ready. So I'm going to serve a plate. And let's see what it looks like. I have my rice over here on this side. So I'm just going to put the rice on plate. Okay, so you have that rice all served here already. And then I'm gonna have the beans on the side, or some people like them on the top. It's whatever you like, on the top, on the side, but just like that. Delicious beans. Okay, so we have it right there. And I didn't put an olive. You gotta show that we had olives in here. All right, so that's how that looks there. And let's get some of this beef on the side. Looks really good. So yummy. Nice. Okay, there you go. And I put a little sauce on top. So that's what that looks like right there. The sauce is gonna dribble. Don't matter if it dribbles. I'm gonna take some broccoli and I'm just gonna put it, I'm gonna put it over here. Just gonna move this over and I'll show you how to plate this up. Yep, don't fall down. Okay, so there you go. There's my dinner for today. Some rice, some beans, look, some rice, some beans, and the pepper and the steak. Delicious. All right, guys, that's my recipe. I hope you like it. I hope you make it. And if you did like this video, give me a like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my videos, okay? Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.